In order to carry out the naval operations against shore concept, which requires a well-armed marine infantry and landing craft, it is necessary to have amphibious assault ships that can transport different types of aircraft and military vehicles. Without these ships, such operations would be impossible. There are only a few countries that possess amphibious assault ships, and today, we'll talk about each of these nations that have these unique military vessels. Please, subscribe to our channel and let's go! Type 075. This is the type of ship that, according to analysts, China could use to launch an attack on Taiwan. China officially began development of Type 075 in 2011, taking inspiration from Australian Canberra-class landing helicopter dock ships and French Mistral-class amphibious assault ships. The result is the world's second most powerful amphibious assault ship, second only to the America-class ships in terms of displacement. The Type 075 was built in an extremely short amount of time. It was commissioned during a ceremonial event in April 2021. China also plans to build an aircraft group of 28 to 30 helicopters, though information on the type of helicopters is currently unavailable. As for armament, it's known that the ship will only have air defense weapons, two 30mm HPJ-11 artillery mounts, and two HHQ-10 missile launchers. Chinese military plans call for the construction of 6 of these ships. The first trio of helicopter carriers is currently being built at the state-owned Hudong Zhonghua shipbuilding. 2 of 3 have already been launched, and the final one will be launched soon. It's currently unknown when the ships will be ready for service, but it's likely to be no later than 2023 to 24. Wasp class. The main purpose of the Wasp-class amphibious assault ship is to transport and land a fully equipped expeditionary battalion of Marines on an unprepared shore, manage the landing forces, provide air support to the amphibious assault, and evacuate casualties. To achieve this, the ships use 3 landing craft air cushion, LCAC hovercraft, and a mixed aviation group consisting of 6 AV-8 and F-35 attack aircraft, and up to 36 helicopters of various types. The ship's design provides for a wide range of options for changing the aviation group's composition, as well as the use of anti-submarine warfare helicopters such as the Seahawk. Therefore, the Wasp is also used for submarine hunting and destruction, protection of sea communication lines, and escorting important convoys. America class. The America class are the largest universal amphibious assault ships in the world and can confidently be called aircraft carriers. The ship's purpose has not changed since the Wasp class, but the capabilities for landing forces have significantly increased. This is the latest amphibious assault ship developed as an alternative to the old Tarawa class ships. The displacement of this giant is 45,000 tons, the length is 843 feet, and the width is 105 feet. The crew consists of 1,059 people. The troop carrying capacity is still around 2,000 people, including various means for their landing, such as amphibious vehicles and hovercraft. In addition, the ship is armed with radio-electronic, anti-aircraft, and even missile weapons. The air group consists of 12 MV-22 Ospreys, 6 F-35B vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, 4 AH-1Z attack helicopters, 4 MH-53 helicopters, and 3 UH-1 helicopters. It is planned to build 12 ships by 2049. HMS Ocean. The Brazilian Navy has in its possession the HMS Ocean, a Royal Navy amphibious assault ship. Although it has slightly smaller dimensions, it still has all the elements inherent in American amphibious assault ships and can carry up to 830 Marines, 18 helicopters, 15 Harrier II planes, 4 LVCP landing craft, and up to 40 armored vehicles. However, it is slower than American ships, with a top speed of 18 knots compared to 24 to 25 knots. Mistral class. Russia once dreamed of these ships and even began building them jointly with France, but thanks to the US, the deal fell apart. The ships of this type were built from 2003 to 2016. A total of 5 ships were built, 2 of which were planned for Russia, but in the end, they were sold to Egypt. The main task of these ships became the landing of troops and equipment, as well as the management of the group, the connection, and consolidation of ships. The ships have a displacement of 21,000 tons, a length of 653 feet, and a width of 105. The crew on board consisted of 160 people, and there is a possibility to take on board about 1,000 troops. Juan Carlos I. The universal landing ship, Juan Carlos I for the Spanish Navy, is positioned as a strategic force projection ship. The dock can accommodate 4 LCM-1E light landing craft, or 2 of those and 1 LCAC air cushion vehicle. The landing force is 925 personnel, including a coastal reconnaissance group. The lower cargo deck can transport up to 46 main battle tanks, while trucks and other vehicles can be placed on the upper deck. The adjacent hangar next to the upper cargo deck can accommodate either 12 medium-sized transport helicopters NH-90, 8 heavy CH-47 Chinook helicopters, or up to 7 multi-role vertical takeoff and landing AV-8B Harrier II or F-35B fighter jets. The main feature of Juan Carlos I is its 666-foot by 105-foot flight deck, adapted for full support of Harrier II and F-35B aircraft operations, and equipped with a ski jump. Dokdo class. The South Korean Navy has only one universal landing ship, built in 2007, instead of the planned 3. The ship is 653 feet long, 102 feet wide, and has a displacement of 14,000 tons. The dock can accommodate amphibious tracked vehicles and air cushion landing craft. Capacity: 720 troops, 400 crew members, 10 tanks, 10 trucks, 7 AAVs, 10 UH-60 helicopters, and 2 LCAC or 4 LCAS landing craft. In the near future, it's going to be used as a vertical takeoff and landing F-35B aircraft carrier. Tarawa class. The Tarawa class amphibious assault ships were built between 1971 and 1980 at the largest shipyard in the US. The series was planned to consist of 9 units, but only 5 were built. The ships were designed to transport and land a fully equipped Marine Expeditionary Battalion of approximately 1,900 personnel on an unimproved shore, as well as to provide command and control for the landing force and aviation support by aircraft with vertical takeoff and landing capabilities that could be based on board these ships. The ships had a displacement of 33,000 tons, a length of 833 feet, and a width of 1,031 feet. The crew consisted of 1,000 personnel, and the ships could carry up to 2,000 Marines. The air group included 16 CH-46 helicopters, 6 CH-53 helicopters, and 4 UH-1N helicopters. Currently, 3 of the ships in the series, including the lead ship Tarawa, which is planned to be turned into a museum, are in reserve. The others have been decommissioned and sunk during training exercises at sea. TCG Anadolu. Turkey completes the list of owners of universal landing ships. Little is known about it, but it is known that Turkish President Erdogan stated that this ship would be the first step in creating its own Turkish aircraft carrier, and that Anadolu will be the first ship in the fleet to use American F-35B vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe and hit the notification bell. See you soon!